Welcome back. Barbara O'Neill here. Today we're tackling a topic that could transform your health: the foods that prevent diseases and the ones you should steer clear of. Ever wondered if some of your favorite foods might be secretly harming your health? In this eye-opening video, I'll reveal which everyday foods could be fueling sickness and what you can do to protect yourself and your loved ones. Stick around to find out how simple changes to your diet can make a big difference in living a healthier, disease-free life. This is a must-watch for anyone serious about taking control of their well-being. And as a special thank you for joining me today, we're giving away 100 free copies of my best-selling book to subscribers. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment about why you want to win my best-selling book.
Cancer loves acid. Cancer also loves no oxygen. The other thing cancer loves is sugar. So these are the three common denominators I find.
These denominators took me to go through pH balance. pH stands for potential hydrogen and is a measure of the acid-alkaline balance within our bodies. The pH scale ranges from 0 to 14, with the lower end being acidic, the upper end alkaline, and 7 being neutral. Maintaining a balanced pH is crucial for overall health and well-being. In our cells, a pH of 5.5, which is highly acidic, creates an environment where diseases such as yeast infections, fungal overgrowths, and even cancer can thrive. This is because acidic conditions reduce the oxygen available at the cellular level, which is essential for healthy cellular function. A drop of just 1 pH point can decrease oxygen availability by up to 60%, highlighting the significance of maintaining an optimal pH balance. To support our health, it's important to alkalize our tissues, as an alkaline environment promotes better oxygenation and lessens the likelihood of disease. The body works diligently to keep our blood pH within a very narrow range of 7.35 to 7.4, which is slightly alkaline. This range is critical. If blood pH rises to 8, it can result in coma and death due to alkalosis. Conversely, if blood pH drops to 7.22, it can lead to coma and death due to acidosis. Fortunately, our body has built-in mechanisms to regulate blood pH. The lungs play a vital role in expelling carbon dioxide, which helps maintain pH balance by preventing the blood from becoming too acidic. Meanwhile, the kidneys filter and excrete excess acids or bases, fine-tuning the pH of the blood. These two organs work continuously to ensure that our blood pH remains within the safe range, so we don't need to actively monitor it ourselves.
You can see that the kidneys not only filter the blood, they play an important role in what's called homeostasis, in balancing the body, in balancing the pH, in balancing the sodium and water balance in the body, in balancing blood pressure. I don't think you'll ever look at your kidneys the same again, will you? So you can see why the kidneys are the other organ that help to balance the pH. Even though the blood cannot change, the pH of the cell can. The pH of the cell should be approximately 6.5. That's very slightly acid, and there is a reason for that. The most acidic substance is sulfuric acid, and sulfuric acid travels at the speed of light. The most alkaline mineral is calcium, and on the scale of speed, calcium doesn't even move. The hydroponic gardener, he's always testing the pH of the water that his plants grow in, because if the water goes too acid, the roots burn. If the water goes too alkaline, he doesn't get the speed of uptake of minerals out of the water and into the plant. So you can see that very slightly acid is important for the speed of all those little chemical reactions that are, millions of them are happening right now. Have you ever had a swimming pool? You have to test the pH every morning, because if the water goes too acid, the pipes corrode. If the water goes too alkaline, algae grows on the pipes. So just as for the hydroponic gardener, and just as for the swimming pool, the pH of the human body is important, because at different pHs, diseases grow, and at different pHs, it's very hard for disease to grow. But what I'd like to look at now is what foods have an acid effect and what foods have an alkaline effect. And this will enable you to ensure that you're having a more alkaline diet. So we're going to have a look at alkaline foods, and we're going to look at acid foods.
You might be surprised to learn that one of the most alkaline foods is the humble lemon. You may think, but isn't lemon acidic? Indeed, it is acidic, and it is acidic exactly where it needs to be. There's only one part of the body that should be acidic, and that's the stomach. The stomach must be acidic to effectively break down proteins. So, when someone says they have a very acidic stomach, I say praise God, because without that acidity, protein digestion would be compromised. The lemon is acidic where it counts, which is why it's a common ingredient in many of our salad dressings. However, once ingested and broken down in the digestive system, the minerals in the lemon are dispersed and absorbed into the bloodstream, exerting an alkaline effect on the body. This is because lemons are rich in alkaline minerals, such as sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and iron. These minerals help to balance the body's pH towards alkalinity. Isn't it wonderful how versatile and beneficial the lemon is? Every home should ideally have a lemon tree, and for those living in apartments, a lemon tree in a pot on the veranda is just as effective. Dark green leafy vegetables are another excellent source of alkaline foods. Vegetables like kale, parsley, and collard greens should be staples in our daily diet. They help to maintain an alkaline environment in our bodies, supporting overall health and well-being. Incorporating these nutrient-rich greens into your meals daily ensures you're getting the alkaline benefits they provide.
Vegetables have an alkaline effect, but there is a question mark with vegetables. I'm putting a question mark here because for some people these have an alkaline effect and sometimes an acid effect. It's the tomato and bell pepper, or in Australia we call that capsicum. Also eggplant, and some countries call this aubergine. And last is the potato. Now this is not the sweet potato. The sweet potato is actually not a potato. The sweet potato is a yam. I'm referring to the English potato or the Irish potato. This is the nightshade group of vegetables, and for some people they have an acid effect, and for some people they have an alkaline effect.
Now, there are some nightshade vegetables which are often linked to inflammatory conditions such as arthritis, and can potentially worsen issues like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. While nightshade vegetables are generally nutritious and widely consumed, some individuals may experience adverse reactions or see a worsening of their symptoms when consuming them. This is due to the presence of alkaloids like solanine and chaconine. Nightshade vegetables include common items like tomatoes, various types of peppers, such as bell peppers and chili peppers, eggplants, and potatoes. These vegetables contain alkaloids that, in some sensitive individuals, can lead to inflammation and irritation in the gut, possibly aggravating conditions like arthritis or IBS. It's important to recognize that while these vegetables offer valuable nutrients and are a staple in many diets, they may not be suitable for everyone, particularly for those with specific inflammatory conditions.
We had one lady who conquered her arthritis. Isn't that good news? Yeah. She conquered her arthritis by stopping the nightshades. It appears if you have an inflammatory condition in the body, the nightshades will feed that inflammation. She conquered her arthritis. She was in her 70s. Even her swollen joints came down. Isn't that good news? She said to me, "Do you think I could start eating that now?" I said, "You could try. Your body will quickly tell you." She told me later that her body lets her have half a tomato every second day. Her body does not let her have the bell pepper. Her body lets her have a little eggplant now and then, and she has potato a couple of times a week. She said, "My body's happy with that." Lima beans and lentils and soy are the 3 alkaline forming legumes. For your grains, the millet is alkaline. We had millet this morning. It's a delicious grain, isn't it? I'm sure you can understand when I said it needs to be dressed. It's basically a bland grain, but it's very nice with the stewed apple and the pear cream and the sprinkles on top. Or it's also very nice if you have it with savoury, your lentils. Quinoa. I think we'll be having quinoa at another breakfast time. These are alkaline grains, but they're also gluten-free grains, so that's made them very popular. Amaranth. Amaranth is a grain that's not very well known.
Going to take a closer look at some of the alkaline-forming legumes and grains, which can be wonderful additions to your diet for maintaining a balanced pH. Alkaline-forming legumes. Among legumes, lima beans, lentils, and soy are excellent examples of alkaline-forming foods. These legumes not only help to maintain an alkaline environment in the body, but are also packed with nutrients that support overall health. Incorporating these into your meals can provide a good balance of protein and fiber while helping to keep your body's pH in check. Alkaline-forming grains. When it comes to grains, millet is a fantastic alkaline-forming option. This morning, we had millet for breakfast, and while it is a rather bland grain on its own, it becomes quite delicious when dressed properly. For example, serving it with stewed apple, pear cream, and some sprinkles on top transforms it into a delightful meal. Millet also pairs well with savoury dishes, offering versatility in your culinary creations. Quinoa is another great alkaline grain, which we will likely enjoy at another breakfast. Not only is quinoa alkaline forming, but it is also gluten-free, making it a popular choice for those with dietary restrictions. This grain is rich in essential amino acids, making it a complete protein source and a great addition to a balanced diet. Another lesser-known alkaline grain is amaranth. Though it may not be as widely recognized, amaranth is a nutritious and versatile grain that can be included in various recipes. It's a great option for those looking to expand their grain repertoire while maintaining an alkaline diet.
Spelt and kamut are wild hybrids of the original wheat. The 2 nuts are your almond and Brazil. And all your seeds have an alkaline effect.
Now let's take a closer look at acid-forming foods that can potentially increase the risk for a cancer. These foods are rich in acid-forming minerals such as phosphorus, sulfur, and chlorine. Consuming these in large amounts can tip the body's pH towards acidity, which may have various health implications. Meat is particularly high in phosphorus, sulfur, and chlorine, making it a significant acid-forming food. Dr. Colin Campbell's research famously demonstrated that cancer cells could be turned on and off like a switch based on the amount of meat and dairy products provided to rats. This highlights the potential impact of high consumption of acid-forming foods on health. Refined sugar. Refined sugar is another major contributor to acidity in the body. Its highly processed nature increases its acid-forming potential, which can negatively affect overall health, especially when consumed in large quantities. Hybridized wheat. The hybridization of wheat has led to an increase in its acid-forming minerals. This means that modern wheat, unlike its ancient counterparts, contributes more significantly to an acidic environment in the body. Aged cheese. Aged cheeses, such as blue vein cheese, are acid-forming due to the molds used in their production. The blue in blue vein cheese, for instance, is actually mold. Fresher cheeses like cottage cheese and ricotta are less acidic, often with a pH around 7. However, even these should be consumed with caution, as they often come from cows that may have been exposed to chemicals or inadequate feeding practices. Caffeine. All caffeine-containing foods and drinks have an acidifying effect on the body. Caffeine is often consumed along with sugar, which exacerbates its acid-forming properties. Drinks like Coca-Cola, which contain both caffeine and sugar, are especially acidic. Did you know that Coca-Cola was originally named after the cocaine it once contained? It was later replaced with caffeine, which still poses significant health risks. Alcohol. While not a food, alcohol also creates an acidic environment in the body. Regular consumption can lead to a decrease in the body's pH, promoting an imbalance that can affect health. Tobacco. Similarly, tobacco, although not a food, contributes to acidity in the body. Its use can further tilt the balance towards an acidic internal environment. Other grains and legumes. Most grains, apart from those that are alkaline forming, fall on the acidic side. This includes popular grains like oatmeal and rice. Although these are not inherently bad and are essential in small amounts, they contribute to acidity when consumed in excess. The same goes for legumes such as chickpeas, black-eyed beans and kidney beans. They are necessary for a balanced diet but should be part of the 20% of acid-forming foods you consume. Other nuts, aside from almonds and Brazil nuts, also have an acid-forming effect. While they are a valuable part of a healthy diet, it's important to balance their intake with more alkaline-forming foods. Balancing acid and alkaline foods. To maintain a healthy pH balance, aim to consume 70% to 80% alkaline-forming foods and only 20% acid-forming foods. This balance is crucial to keeping the body's pH around the optimal level of 6.5. Alkaline-forming foods, which include a variety of fruits, vegetables, and some grains and nuts, help counteract the effects of acid-forming foods and maintain overall health. By ensuring that your meals are predominantly alkaline, you can support a healthy internal environment and reduce the risk of acidity-related health issues. If you found these insights on the worst foods to feed cancer cells valuable, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. Your support allows us to continue delivering content that empowers you in your journey towards better health and cancer prevention. We'd love to hear your thoughts, questions, or personal tips in the comments below. Your engagement is what keeps us inspired and committed to providing you with the best resources. Stay proactive in your health journey, make mindful food choices, and be sure to check out our upcoming videos for more essential tips and information. Remember, every positive step you take in your diet can make a significant difference. Stay healthy, embrace wellness, and we look forward to connecting with you again soon